Now, before we get into these commandments, what did y'all sisters learn? It's interactive, y'all. We're going to be asking questions.
If you want to hide something from the black people, put it in a book.
Okay.
And that one right there, he not our real book because they describe him as not wool hair, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what y'all sisters learned so far? She's not the mouthpiece for all three of y'all. We're here to make sure all y'all learn something.
That's right.
Make sure all y'all walk away knowing who y'all are. Good question is, who are y'all according to the Bible?
Right.
What's your nationality? Are y'all just black girls out here on a Saturday walking? Are y'all African American girls? Are y'all Negro women?
No.
What's your nationality? That's a good question, isn't it? How old are y'all young sisters? About 15, 16 years old? 14. 14 years of your young life, you don't even know who you are. It's people out here older than you don't know who they are. But the Lord has had mercy upon y'all sisters to show y'all that y'all three young princesses come from the tribes of Israel. More than likely, y'all will be from the tribe of Judah. How y'all family doing? How y'all doing over there? Take a look at this sign. Bring that out. 2901.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and verse 1.
Right.
These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
So who did the Lord make the covenant with? The children of who? Who the Lord made the covenant with? The children of Israel.
Right.
So now who are the children of Israel today? Who are they today? That's a good question, because if I ask y'all your nationality, y'all would say Hispanic, right?
I would say Hispanic.
Okay, what about you?
Irish.
Irish, right? So you have Hispanic, so-called African American. Now when you look in the Bible, that's nowhere to be found, right? God's chosen people, the Israelites, fit a certain curse. Not just one, but multiple curses to show who they are in these last days, right? Give me verse 46.
God. Verse 46 of Deuteronomy chapter 28. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So you got a marshal's badge. How you know that's marshals? Because of the sign. So these signs are upon God's chosen people. Right there. He brought up Deuteronomy 28 and 68, talking about how we got into this land by the way of ships. Now we're going to read one of the reasons why we went into this land for not keeping the commandments. Let's go to verse 5 and 7. Deuteronomy 5 and 7.
God. Deuteronomy chapter 5 and verse 7.
Right now.
Thou shalt have none other gods before me.
So the Lord said his chosen people, the Israelites, should have no other gods before him. Right. Now what do young people make their gods? A god is something that you hold at high regard. Like your cell phones. Right? Cardi B. Or Meg Thee Stallion. Right? These stupid celebrities. Right? You should have no idols before the Lord.
That's right.
The Lord is to be worshipped before anything.
Right.
When you wake up in the morning, you're supposed to praise the Lord. Not check your phone and see what did Shanae do yesterday. Right? It's about what the Lord commands me to do. And the Lord commands you not to have any other gods before him. That's pretty easy, right? That's simple, right? Right? Because we broke the commandments. You might spin in this bucket shop. Because we broke the commandments, all these curses happen unto our people. Now I know y'all love y'all moms, don't you? Look. Where's the one with you? This sister right here. Right? That's y'all moms because y'all put other gods before the Lord. You gotta hold accountability. Right? As Israelites. Right? Let's go to Deuteronomy 22 and 5. Right? This is a specific commandment for our young sisters. Because a lot of our sisters are brainwashed by the media thinking it's okay to dress any type of way. Right?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5.
Right.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So our young sisters can't wear things that pertain unto men. Right. Now what do women wear that pertain unto men?
What you mean?
As in clothing. A shirt? Well, everybody wears shirts. Be more specific, sister. How do you know which bathroom to go into?
I mean, as a woman, I wouldn't just go outside wearing anything.
You shouldn't wear anything. Right. You should have modest apparel. But it's a certain commandment that the Lord said our sisters have to wear certain attire. If you're going to the bathroom, which bathroom you going to? Are you going to the one with the man like this in the suit? Which one you going to, sister?
Woman.
How do you know it's the woman's bathroom? So what is our sister supposed to wear? So see, why you had to study? You gotta say it loud, young sister.
We're like
What do our sisters supposed to wear?
a dress.
A dress.
Right.
That's
right.
Now we're not telling you this. The Lord is telling you gotta wear dresses.
Right.
Right? Y'all young sisters have to accustom yourself to wearing dresses. You don't want these little nasty pervert boys running after you because they're looking at your body. You gotta be princesses.
Right.
You gotta cover yourselves up in modest apparel. Now I know you guys love God, right? I don't even have to ask that, right? Now how do you show somebody that you love them?
I mean, if I show somebody I love God,
Can you go up and give God a high five and do a handshake with him?
I mean, you can go to church and
pray?
talk to him. And
How do you
by
show that you
praying.
love your parents? You got that, sister. How do you show your parents that you love them? By listening to what they say, right? Well, how do you think you show God that you love him? Well, let's find out what the Bible says.
1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God,
So this is how you show that you love God.
that we keep his commandments.
That we what?
That we keep his commandments.
Now, how do you show you love God? By keeping his commandments. Y'all
Right.
some sharp little sisters. So the Lord said the women should not wear that what pertaineth unto a man. So how you going to show that you love God? By starting to wear what, sister?
A dress.
A dress, right? Now can y'all do that for the Lord? Look, we out here every Friday and Saturday. If we see y'all little sisters in pants, look, I know y'all seen the video of the dude got thrown in the harbor, right? Y'all seen that?
That was digital.
No, that wasn't digital. That was right here. We in the business of throwing people who break the Lord's commandments in the harbor. So we going hard with it, sisters. If we see y'all in pants, go ahead and meet Nemo down there, right? But not to be too funny. We're showing it's very serious. If you love the Lord, you have to keep His commandments. Let's go to Leviticus 11 and 7. I know you got to make moves, sister. We're gonna give you 3 more commandments and we'll let you go. Right?
God. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 7. And the swine,
Oh yeah.
Salaki, and the swine,
And the swine. So swine is an animal, and that animal is a pig, right?
though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed.
Right. So it has all the characteristics of a clean animal. Right.
God. Yet he cheweth not the cud.
It doesn't digest its food properly. It just sits inside of them.
He is unclean to you.
So you can't eat pork. No pepperoni, no bacon, and no sausage. Yeah, I know it's hard, but if you love God, you gotta keep His what? His commandments. So are you gonna eat pork from this day forward? Y'all can try to. Try as hard as you can. Because you ate pork, this your little brother right here get ate by that alligator. That's called gator bait. You gotta take some accountability. These things happen because if you hide something from a black man or a black woman, where you put it at? So where are you supposed to find out knowledge? And whose book is it? What nation of people? What's our nationality? What's our nationality, little sister? Are we black?
No.
Are we African Americans? Say it again.
We Israelites.
There you go.
That's right.
What's our nationality, little sister?
Israel. 12 tribes of Israel.
12 tribes of Israel. We're the Israelites.
Right.
Now, what tribe you come from? We'll give you one more commandment and we'll let you go.
American black.
Y'all come from American Black tribe?
Oh,
This is what the world calls you. Right? If you're taking your SATs or your MSAs or whatever high school standard test y'all got to take, this is what they will categorize you as. And this is the biblical tribe that you come from. On your right-hand side. What tribe you come from?
Judah.
Judah. What about you, sister? Judah, right? So you would say, I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Right? You got to take pride in that.
Right.
If somebody said your name wrong, you would, that's not my name. You better say it right.
Right.
That's how you're supposed to feel about somebody calling you a black man or a black woman, excuse me, or African American woman. You're like, nah, don't do that. I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
All
Right.
right, I got y'all. One last commandment, and y'all can go ahead. Leviticus 11 and 9.
Con, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 9.
Right?
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters.
So now we go into the waters.
Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the sea, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
So what can you eat that come out the water? Fish, right? But there's more to it, right?
Con. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas, in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
What can't you eat that come out the waters? If it has to have fins and scales, you can eat it. What can't you eat that come out the waters? Stingray. What else? Sharks. What else? It's a lot of stuff in that water. Starfish. What is Maryland known for? Crabs. Can we eat crabs? Does it have fins and scales? The Lord said you can't eat crabs.
At all.
What about shrimp? Does that have fins and scales? No, they don't. They do not. They got what, sister? Say it again. They got shells.
Right.
So what does that mean, sisters? We cannot eat that.
At all.
Because we ate crab, shrimp, and lobster. This is our great uncle being burned on that cross. We got to take accountability for that. And y'all say y'all love God, so how do you show that you love God? By keeping what?
Keeping commandments.
Keeping His commandments. All this happened because we broke the commandments. Not as black people, but as what? As what? What's our nationality? Judah.
Judah.
What's our nation?
American black. Wait, what you say again?
What's our nation? Yeah, we come from the tribe of Judah. Israelites.
That's
Sisters,
right.
right? So remember, y'all little sisters are Israelites from the tribe of Judah. Right? Let me hear y'all say that. All right, you said it, sisters. There you go. What are we? There we go.
Oh, we are Israelites from the child of Judah.
All praise. Two more. Can we get the sisters some flyers, please? Okay. 3 of them. What are our sisters supposed to wear? Can we wear the mini skirts, or does it have to be long so people aren't prowling and looking at us all crazy?
I don't even wear skirts.
Well, you gotta accustom yourself, sister, to wearing skirts and dresses. I got a daughter, and if she wore pants, I'd lose my mind. Like I said, we stuff happened up here. Shoot, yeah, there we go. Stuff happened. My daughter be swimming in there. She said she wanna wear pants. That's how serious we take that.
Right.
We don't allow our people to break the commandments. And that's what we got to learn to start keeping the commandments and not let the so-called white man hide anything from us, right? And start learning more that we're Israelites from what tribe?
Judah.
Okay, we got some crab cakes up here. Y'all want some?
No.
Why not? Because what?
Y'all can get them.
Because you're not going to eat the crab cakes because the Lord said don't eat them, right?
Right.
It's that, but it's that.
It's that. It's no but.
Right.
It's no but.
No but.
Oh, we don't got no more? This brother right here with the shades on is going to give y'all sisters the YouTube channel. So we want y'all to continue to read and continue to learn and watch the YouTube channel. And don't call yourself African American or black. Y'all are Israelite princesses from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
Right? Don't forget that. And cover yourselves up here. Right?
Psalms chapter 106 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
We have sinned with our fathers.
Say it again.
We have sinned with our fathers.
And that's the problem. Our people have sinned, just like our fathers had sinned, just like their fathers had sinned. We've all fallen short of the glory. And we continue in those sins because we don't want to be reproved as a nation. We want to keep walking in that path of unrighteousness. Because sin feels good in this land, right? It was a meme I seen. Sin is like a credit card. You keep swiping and swiping, thinking you don't have to pay it back. Eventually, that bill gonna be $2,000. And you pay it in your pocket like I gotta pay it some way.
Right.
But the wages of sin is what, brothers? Death. It's death, man. So we gotta warn our people that the wages of sin is death. And the more you teeter with death, the closer it's gonna get to be knocking on your door.
Right.
Right?
That's right.
So our sisters gotta really wake up. And we're out here in the rain to let y'all know. If y'all continue to eat crabs, shrimp, pork, not wearing dresses, y'all gonna end up dead. That's how it is. It's simple as that. I wish somebody would have told me that when I was 14. Right? It would have put the fear of the Lord in me, right? Keep reading.
We have committed iniquity. We have done wickedly.
Right?
Our fathers understood not thy wonders in Egypt.
Right? Our fathers didn't understand how great the Lord was in doing things, right? But we have the records, we have the history, and we understand that the Lord has mercy and the Lord has wrath, right? The Lord has compassion and the Lord has anger,
Right.
Right? We understand that the Lord does a lot of things, right? He's not just one-sided. He's
Right.
going to give you the retrospect of everything, like a good parent. If you get all A's in school, we're going to pay you. We'll get you some money, we'll get you some new clothes. But if you don't do good in school, you're going to be punished. Sleeping on the floor, right? Wearing clothes with holes in it, right? Bring that out, King.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 78 and verse 21.
Bring it out.
Therefore the Lord heard this and was wroth.
So our forefathers murmured against the Lord, talked bad against the Lord, because we didn't understand how compassionate the Lord was for bringing us out of captivity, right?
So a fire was kindled against Jacob.
So the Lord put a fire against Jacob, right? Being in this land in America is not our homeland. This is not where we're from. This is not home. Right? Are y'all from Baltimore? Do y'all feel safe in Baltimore? The Lord put we kindled a wrath in the Lord. He brought us all the way to this land to not feel safe, and we was in our homeland. Right? And why do you think we got kicked out of our homeland? Because we was keeping the commandments? Why we get kicked out? If you're not keeping the commandments, what you doing? Say it again, brother. Help him out.
Breaking it.
You're breaking the commandments.
Right.
Right? Look, say that again.
I thought you was great dog.
You are going to die if you don't keep the commandments. Keep Romans 6:23. That's the truth. How many of our young brothers is laying in graves because they hated their brother? It's a commandment you're not supposed to hate your brother.
Right.
How many of our young brothers in prison because they were selling drugs to their people? Because they hated their brother.
Right.
The wages of sin is death.
Teach up.
Right. This is the book of Romans, chapter 6 and verse 23.
Bring it out.
For the wages of sin is death.
One more time for the sister.
For the wages of sin is death.
3 times for completion.
For the wages of sin is death.
The breaking of the Lord's commandment is a sin. So if you continue to do what you want to do, what's going to happen? You're going to die. Right? We don't want y'all young sisters to die. Y'all just beginning life. Right? We want y'all to come back to serve the Lord wholeheartedly. Right? Give me Deuteronomy 6 and 25. This is the truth right here. You can't get around this. This is the truth. No other book is going to tell you about how your forefathers and foremothers got over to this land. No other book is going to tell you if you continue in sin, you're going to die. The white man ain't going to tell you that. What he going to tell you? Come buy these pants from Hollister. Right? Come buy these pants from H&M. Well, they H&M no more.
Right.
Right? But the men of the Lord are going to tell you that that's a sin.
Right.
You got to come out of the ways of this world. Right? Bring that out.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6 and verse 25. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments.
And that's how we know we're righteous. Everybody always says righteous. Righteous, righteous, righteous. Y'all go to church? Or y'all have went to church?
I did with my friend.
Okay, don't the pastor always talk about being righteous? Do he tell you how to be righteous?
He said something about it.
But he didn't tell you that serving the Lord and keeping his commandments is righteousness. Serving the Lord and keeping the commandments is life. It's nothing better than living life while keeping the commandments.
Right.
Right? So y'all sisters got the YouTube channel, right? Okay, make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel and keep watching. Right? We out here every Friday night and Saturday nights. We got the sisters here with the babies as well. When it gets warmer, more sisters are coming out. Right? But you got to tell your parents, and you really have to learn because we're living in these last days.
Right.
Right? The world is about to end. Didn't they just shut it down for COVID? Right? Y'all, I couldn't leave y'all house. Right? So we that close to the end. Right? So y'all sisters be safe out here. Right? Start reading and keeping the commandments. And put a dress on, sisters. Not because we said so, because who said so? Because God said so. Right?
Hosea chapter 9 and verse 1. Rejoice not, O Israel.
Like, yeah, I mean, y'all can definitely stay up here. I thought y'all had to leave because y'all was sitting there. But y'all can stay here and listen some more. Go ahead, keep reading.
Rejoice not, O Israel, for joy, as other people, for thou hast gone a whoring from thy God.
Right, so the Lord said, don't rejoice. Right? We're rejoicing because we're doing the complete opposite. Right? That's hip talk. Yeah, go ahead and keep laughing now. Go ahead and keep laughing. Watch what happens. We've gone a horn. We followed in the ways of Babylon. We followed in the ways of the Egyptians. We followed in the ways of the Grecians. We followed in the ways of the Romans, the Persians, and the Medes. When is Israel going to stop backsliding and turn back to serving the Lord and following the ways of the Lord commanded us to do, man? Because the longer we tarry, the harder it's going to be. You know when you hit that snooze button when you got to wake up? You know how hard it is to wake up after you hit it the second time? Man, you get that 10 minutes of sleep, you be like, all right, hit it again, 5 more minutes. You hit it again, then you sleep through it going off. So we can't tarry here in Babylon. The more we tarry, the more we're going to get filthy. The more we're going to be defiled. The more we're going to smell like death, man. And we got to be that sweet savior unto the Lord, right? How you doing, sister? Good. We Israelites. You heard that before? Okay. You got to keep the commandments, sister.
For thou hast gone a horn from thy God. Thou hast loved a reward upon every cornerstone. The floor and the winepress shall not feed them, and the new wine shall fail in them.
TikTok dances, man. Man, Lord willing, the Lord destroys TikTok, man. TikTok has raped our minds, man. This is ridiculous, man. Read that again. Say that again?
They're close to banning it.
They're close to banning it, man.
Close to banning it.
Right?
I know. They go right
Yeah,
there.
man. Hey, I can say this. All praises, we didn't grow up in no TikTok era, man. Oh, man. Read that again, kid.
The floor and the winepress shall not feed them,
Right?
and the new wine shall fail in her.
Right?
They shall not dwell in the Lord's land.
We're not going to dwell in the Lord's land. Right? That new wine, it tastes too good to even look back. Right? That new wine, it just it's something about it, man. It's what they call Taylor port. Right? Taylor port gets you drunk, but it don't taste good.
At all.
Right? You want that wine that tastes good.
Right.
That wine that's going to make you feel refreshed. That wine that's going to make you feel replenished. Right? This wine in Babylon is Taylor port, man. XO.
Harbor water.
Harbor port. Right? That's what it is, man. And it's not going to fill you up. It's not going to satisfy you.
That's
it's
right.
not gonna, say it again?
That's right.
Right. It's not going to fill you up. It's not going to satisfy you. It's not going to make you feel whole, man.
Right.
That empty hole is still going to be there. That empty hole of Babylon is still going to be there.
Right.
As much turning up as you done, as much partying you was done, you still felt empty. You still felt like SHIT. Right? There's nothing that's going to fill this void but the Lord. Right? And the Lord is coming back to gather his people with indignation. Right? The Lord is mad. The Lord is angry as hell at the way that our people are living. Right? Give me Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 7. Keep reading with that, King.
But Ephraim shall return to Egypt, and they shall eat unclean things in Assyria.
And that's what's happening now. We eating the abominable things of this world, right? Looking at pornography, right? Listening to treacherous music, eating defiled food, right? Wearing defiled clothes, right? Calling ourselves dummies and niggas and everything that the Lord hates, right? That's the problem with our people. All the stuff that we see, feel, smell, and hear is just dragging us deeper into the pits of hell.
Right.
Right.
And we trying to wake our people up and stretch forth their hand to pull them out of that unclean place, like we was talking about yesterday, right?
They shall not offer wine offerings to the Lord.
And that's the problem, man. The offerings of the Lord is you doing good things, man. But the more you follow in the ways of the Assyrians, the ways of the Babylonians, the ways of all these different nations, right? You're just gonna wax more profane in the sight of the Lord. But the Lord is coming to march through the land in indignation. He's coming to deliver his people. He's coming to grab us out of the midst of death, man. He's here to save the souls of the needy. Right, bring that out, King.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 3 and verse 7. I saw the tents of Cushan in affliction, and the curtains of the land of Midian did tremble.
Right?
Was the Lord displeased against the rivers? Was thine anger against the rivers? Was thy wrath against the sea, that thou didst ride upon thine horses and thy chariots of salvation?
Right, so the Lord is so angry with the affliction and the impoverity of his people, right? the action and mannerisms of his people, he coming back angry.
Right.
Right? He coming back to do a lot of killing. Imagine if you drop your kids off at school and then you come pick them up, they hair all cut, they got black eyes, they shirts is ripped. You're going to walk through the school like a madman.
Right.
That's how the Lord is coming back to redeem us. He coming back like a man on a mission. Right?
Thy bow was made quite naked according to the oaths of the tribes, even thy word, Salah.
Right? He's coming back. He's going to make everything anew. And how do you make something new? By destroying it. Right? We all had PlayStations and Xboxes. Right? You done got far enough in the game and you can't beat it to a certain point. What you do? You erase the memory and start all over again. Right? The Lord is coming to save his people and save the souls of the needy. Right? Bring that out, King.
Psalms chapter 72 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
For he shall deliver the needy when he cries.
Right? And that needy is the Israelites. Right? The Israelites who can't pay their bills. The Israelites who don't know who they are. The Israelites who are sighing and crying for losing their people to gun violence by their own people.
Right.
Right?
That's right.
The poor also, and him that hath no helper.
And we have no helper in this land. Right? We have no gates. Right? Our gates are languishing, man. And the gates that Esau set up for us, they being exposed left and right.
Right.
Don't nobody care if Jesse what's his name?
Jackson.
Jesse Jackson come out. Right? These little damn kids are probably whoop his ass. Right? They gonna beat him up. Don't nobody respect Umar Johnson. They laugh at him. He's a meme. Right?
Waiting on that school.
Still waiting on the Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Marcus Garvey School of Umar Johnson.
Right.
We're still waiting on that. Nobody respects the leaders that Esau has set up. It's a joke.
At all.
Like in the 60s, you had people who actually stood for something, but they was getting paid off.
Right.
They was getting bamboozled and made into a spectacle, man. Look, Martin Luther King is spectacle now. He a meme. Right? This is meme culture. Right? Hold on. How y'all family doing? So we out here to tell our people who we are. Y'all got 2 minutes to find out who you are?
2 minutes.
I'm sorry. You gotta catch a boat.
Okay. Spirit.
God.
Right? They even turned Martin Luther King into a meme, man. Nothing is serious in this land. There's no integrity in this land. Right? This land is nothing but a damn party and BS. Right? And that's how our people look on a spiritual level, man. We look detestable. We look hurt. Come on up, brother. You walk past all the time, man, and always scoff, brother.
I'd like to say hello. I hear you reading Romans, Leviticus, Hebrews all the time.
What's your nationality, brother?
Bro, I've been coming here for like a long time, haven't I? I've been hearing
You
you
never
guys.
stopped and listened, brother.
That's not true.
Well, come back up and listen then.
Maybe one time you gotta stop.
What's the truth? What's the truth? Man, that's the what's his name? The quiet demon, man. High voice demon, man. Right, falsetto voice. Right, but that's how we look on a physical level, on a spiritual level. Sluggy. Right? We feel like we know everything. We're proud. Right? We can't be corrected. We can't be led down the path of righteousness. Right? Keep going, King.
Verse 13. He shall spare the poor and needy.
And the Lord is going to spare us from our affliction. He's going to wipe away all tears. Right? As it's stated in Revelation 21. There's going to be no more tearing, man. There's going to be no more crying. There's going to be no more worrying about, well, if I pay this bill, I can't eat this day, but it'll come back around this night. And then on this month, I can do that. It's going to be no more of that, man.
Right.
We're going to store up gold like dust is stored up,
Right.
man.
Right.
We're going to walk upon these nations as kings as we're supposed to walk upon, man.
Right.
Didn't the Lord tell Joshua, wherever we set our soles of our feet at, it's ours? And that's how we're going to walk, man. We're going to walk as kings are supposed to walk. We're going to talk like kings are supposed to talk.
That's right.
We're going to conduct ourselves how kings are supposed to conduct themselves, man.
Right.
That's why we need the Lord to come deliver us from this land. But you got to have patience. You got to have faith. Give me Revelations 14 and 12. You got to have patience and faith, man. Because if you don't have patience and faith, you're going to go damn, Lord knows what, man. Start following in the false doctrine. Start following in the ways of your own lust. Start thinking these thoughts that'll blow your mind, right? You got to have faith to know how to serve the Lord. Hold that. Give me Hebrews 11, verse 6. You got it.
God, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 14 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Yahushua.
And that's the patience we got to have. By keeping the commandments of the Lord, by keeping the faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that will be delivered from this land. That will be delivered from the anguish that we see every day. That the works that we do and the faith we have is enough to be led out of this land, man. We always got to tell ourselves, we just have the faith of a mustard seed. Right. You have the faith of a mustard seed, it'll grow to the size of a grape seed. Right. Then it'll grow to the size of a damn hamburger bun. Then it'll grow to the size of a watermelon. Right? Your faith will start to increase, and the Lord gives out liberally unto those who ask. Right? Bring that out, King. Whoever got Hebrews 11.
Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 6.
Read out.
But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
Read it one more time.
But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
It's impossible to please the Lord if you don't have faith. Right? You could be keeping all the commandments in the Lord. I mean, in the Holy Bible. You could be showing all of the brotherly love, doing all the things that the Lord commanded us to do. But if you truly don't have faith, it's nothing. Right? Because your faith is going to make you do these works.
Right.
It's going to be second nature. It's second nature for me to salute brothers that I see and bless them in the name of the Lord. Right. And bid them Godspeed. Right? That's second nature. But if you're doing this just because you want to be a part of something, right? Or you're doing this because you want to be seen, or you're doing this because you feel like it's cool, and you like the smell of Gabar's frankincense and myrrh that he be waving, then you in this for the wrong thing.
Right.
We in this to be saved. We in this to help our people come back. We in this to pull our people from death, man. Right? Give me Hebrews 4 and 14. Right? Hebrews 4 and 14. Keep going. Go ahead.
For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
He's a rewarder unto them who diligently seek him, who seek the face of the Lord. The Lord will give you the increase in what you need. Right? Give me Matthew 6 and verse 33. He's going to give you what you need. Right? You don't even have to pray and ask for it, because the Lord is already knowing what your soul is bearing and crying for. He already knows what you need. You know how many times you may have felt depressed and the Lord will have a brother call you and that conversation lasts an hour and now you feel in a good mood? You ever felt tired and you closed your eyes for 10 minutes and woke up and felt rejuvenated? Before camp, if you take a nap, I promise you, you're going to wake up and you're going to feel crazy. Right. Like, oh, I'm drained. You get to camp, now you lively. You in the back, that's right. Right, banging the scat all day. Right? Because the Lord knows what your spirit needs. Right, your spirit is always making supplication to the Lord and crying unto the Lord. And he gives you what you need, but you have to seek his face diligently. And make sure you're not doing this just to be seen of men. Right? Damn me, damn Micah, damn Anan, we just nothing but ashes and dirt. But the Lord got the angels recording all these works, seeing if you truly believe this. Are you out here when it's raining, when it's cold, when it's snowing, when you're sick, when you're tired, when your feet hurt, when your back hurt? Right? You got high blood pressure. You dizzy. Right. Are you truly out here and making your body a living sacrifice? Because if you're not doing that, this ain't the camp for you. This truth ain't for you. Right? You ain't going to half-ass your way to the kingdom. That's right. You're going to get a half-ass salvation like the brother say. Right? Bring that out.
Matthew chapter 6 and verse 33.
Bring it out.
But seek ye first the kingdom of God and righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
So you seek the Lord, everything is going to be added unto you that you need. Right? It's been times where brothers have been short $300, $400 on their rent. They check their account the next day. What they got? $800 in their account. Oh, we made a mistake on your taxes. Boom. IRS refund. Right? You about to get evicted. You get a call from the landlord. You know what? I'm going to extend it another month. Right? You got time to get right. Right? These things happen, man.
Right.
The Lord knows what you need.
Right.
And he's not forgetful of your good works. He's not forgetful to bring you into remembrance if you're walking in the ordinance he commanded you. Right? Bring that out, King.
God. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 4 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
Seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed into the heavens, Yahushua, the Son of God.
Right.
Let us hold fast our profession.
Let us what?
Let us hold fast our profession. For we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted like as we are,
So we have to hold fast this profession that the Lord has commanded us to do. We're stewards of the Lord. Right? We're workmen of the Lord. We're men who have to be in love with husbandry. We got to be out in the field. We got to be planting seeds. We got to be doing these things. These professions are listed in the Bible, right? The characteristics of all Israelite men are listed in the Bible. How we can serve the Lord more wholeheartedly is listed in the Bible. Bring it out, King.
1 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
It's like verse 4. Now there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit. And there are differences of administrations, but the same Lord. And there are diversities of operations, but it is the same God which worketh in all in all.
Right? And you can look at it as a business aspect, right? You got your profession, and you got the administration you got to deal with, right? Even in school, you had to go to the administration. That's the leadership. Now, the Lord set up offices for different brothers to figure out how to serve the Lord, bring in more fish, exhort their brothers, walk their brothers down the path holding their hands, right? Let's read it.
But the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man to profit withal.
Right, so the Lord is going to pour out the Spirit unto different men, but it's all the same Spirit to magnify His name, right?
For to one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit.
So you got one who's knowledgeable in certain things, right? They understand worldly knowledge, histories, wars, dates, land masses, and one what?
You got wisdom, and to another faith by the same Spirit.
Another has faith. Somebody who will exhort you so you don't fall by the wayside, right? You feel like all hope is lost, but you got that one brother, right? I don't know if brothers remember that show. Recess. They had the big fat white dude, Mikey. Right, Mikey. What was he always doing? Saying poetry and exhorting people, man. Sometimes you need that brother there who's going to exhort you. Right. Who's going to tell you, look, everything's going to be all right. Right, everything is going to be okay. You can walk through this. You're going to be all right, right?
To another, the gifts of healing by the same Spirit.
Right, and in this day and age, how do you heal your brother? By giving them precepts, not giving them Advil and aspirin. Right, you give them precepts to heal them, so they're not sitting there beat up and bruised, man. Now they stand up on their feet, even if it's with crutches.
To another, the working of miracles.
Right.
To another, prophecy.
So like the working of miracles, man. We witness miracles and exorcisms every day. Right. Rebuking evil spirits. We had a brother throw his the dangling freak earrings after he came from the rave. It said I could get rid of a homosexual demon. I can relinquish it. Right? He was confident with it. Right? These things are exorcisms. These are miracles being wrought. Right?
To another, prophecy.
Prophecy. Another brother can prophesy what can happen. Right? He'll have a dream and tell you about it, and it'll come to pass.
To another, discerning of spirits.
And somebody who can tell you who can be around you and who shouldn't be around you. Right? Like how animals have that instinct, brothers have instincts as well. They know when somebody's spirit off. They can smell it. They can feel it. Right? The countenance of the face will tell you somebody's off. Right? Give me Sirach 19. Go to verse 27. Right? That can be shown, man. That can show you exactly who a person is when you discern that spirit.
Said verse 27.
Go.
Khan, the book of Sirach, chapter 19 and verse 27.
29.
Salakia, verse 29.
Right?
A man may be known by his looks.
Right? You can understand that when you become a discerner of spirits. Right. If the Lord gives you that gift. Right? You can look at a brother and be like, yeah, he ain't up to no good. If a brother walking around with his hood on, his hands in his pocket, walking back and forth, you know, with that crazy bop, you already, look, watch out for this brother. You hear us all the time say, hey, watch that brother. Right?
Khan, a man may be known by his look.
Right.
And one that hath understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him.
Right, and you can understand a man who has understanding by his countenance. Because he's going to stand like a king. He's going to stand like a man who's noble. Right? You ever notice that people in the streets always slouch? Right? They always like this. Right? But the men of the Lord, they stand upright. Right? That's why they hold staff, so they can hold themselves upright. Because the Lord created man to be what? Upright. Right?
Khan, a man's attire and excessive laughter and gait shew what he is.
Right? A man's attire is going to show who he is. Right? we're always going to tell our people that they're kings and they're princesses so they can dress the part, right? No sagging your pants in the truth. No just laughing at everything, right? Being a damn joke, right? Nobody wants to be around a joke all the time,
Right.
right? Let me get Sirach chapter 20 and start at verse 8.
Sirach chapter 20 and verse 8. He that useth many words shall be abhorred, and he that taketh to himself authority therein shall be hated.
And that's the same thing. A man's always laughing and taking many words and doing as he pleases. They're gonna be hated, man. You ever been around somebody who just talks and they just laugh at their own jokes? Man, you just want to tell them, shut your mouth, man. Right? Just corny, man. We all got people like that at the job, right?
Yeah.
Cracking up at their own jokes, turning red, especially Edomites, man. Right? They become a board. And then the men who want to take authority to themselves, place themselves in the high seat. Well, who's supposed to place you in a high seat? The Lord's supposed to do it, man.
Right.
That's the problem. Our people take ownership of themselves and they don't wait upon the Lord. Right? Let's go back to that.
1 Corinthians chapter 12, continuing on in verse 10.
Bring it up.
To another diverse kinds of tongues.
Right? You can speak different languages. It's an elder in GMS. He speaks like 5 different languages. Right? The brothers over there in the UK, they speak different languages, man. Man, go down there where Benjamin at. That's a whole different language. Right?
To another, the interpretation of tongues.
Right? And somebody who can understand it. Right?
But all these worketh that one and the self-same Spirit, dividing to every man severally as he will.
Right? So the Lord divides these gifts differently as he will, and it exhorts the name of the Lord and brings people closer to the truth and gives people that willpower to do the work more. Imagine if you was out here and Pagaya Allah started just going crazy, speaking in the tongue of the Northern Kingdom. You're going to be exhorted. And they sitting there shaking their head. You're going to be like, yeah. Or you see a brother throw his dangling earrings in the harbor and say he's going to relinquish his homosexual demon. You're going to be revived in the spirit. You're going to be happy, right? These things are going to exhort you to continue, man. Right? So we got to hold fast to this profession, man. Right? This is our job. This is what the Lord commanded us to do. Right? How they supposed to patrol the harbor? Our job is to wake our people up, man. And there's no better job and there's no better way than to earn a penny than putting your life on the line for your people. Putting your life on the line for the kingdom.
Right.
First and foremost, putting your life on the line for Yahweh Shem Shai.
That's right.
Because precious in the sight of the Lord is the blood of his saints, man. That's in Psalm 72. I can't remember which verse it is. 116 to 15. What's the Psalm? Right?
Psalms chapter 116 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints.
So it's precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints, man. Right? And we're supposed to die every day. We're supposed to cast off the mortal things. Right? Give me that in Colossians chapter 3. Start at verse 1. Read that one more time.
Psalms chapter 116 and verse 15. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints.
So it's going to be precious, man. If you are made a martyr for the truth, that's going to be precious, man. It's in there, right? 72 and 14. Let me get it there. What?
Psalms 72 and verse 14.
Right?
He shall redeem.
What's going on, bro? You got 2 seconds to find out who you are?
Not there.
What about 1 second?
That was it. I appreciate it.
Proud, man. Read it.
Psalms 72 and verse 14. He shall redeem their soul.
It's crazy that people just let a white man come out here, man. I guarantee you would have stopped. Yes, sir. Let me hear what you got to say. Right? He would have stopped. He would have sat on the wet ground. Right? But if you have your brother telling you something, man, a prophet has no honor in his own home, man, or in his own land. Loosely paraphrasing, man. It don't even surprise me no more how they treat us at the harbor, man. We've been out here longer than the business has been out here through the spirit, man. And they still don't show no respect to the prophets, man. That's okay. Lord willing, they're going to remember in the day of visitation, man. They're going to remember that they turned their noses up at their brother, man. Right, bring that out, King Baruch.
He shall redeem their soul from deceit and violence, and precious shall their blood be in his sight.
precious shall their blood be in his sight. So brothers, in this truth, you got to prepare yourself for what's to come. Right, brother? I know you said you just getting into the truth. Right? Give me Sirach 2:1. Right? There's no better place to be than around brethren. Right? There's no better place to be. And you can ask every brother up here. If they don't have their brother by their side, they're going to be lost. Right? And that's the truth. Right?
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, Salakia. Chapter 2 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord.
Now, brother, you coming to serve the Lord. Right? How long you said you knew you was Israel?
Since 2018.
Oh, never mind. We'll read it anyway.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord.
You too, brother Lamar. How long you been knowing? You said a couple months, right? Okay. Yashar told you.
Nah. He ain't tell me. So I was doing my own research in the beginning of COVID, but I just never like stepped fully into it.
Okay. So you, okay, I got you. Got you. Okay.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Now that we coming to serve the Lord, we got to prepare our souls for temptation. Right? The one thing that you love in the world is going to magnify themselves to try to pull you away from the Lord. Right? Whether it be weed, whether it be excessive drinking, whether it be the freak nasty girls of the world, they're going to come at you left and right and do all these things to deter you from keeping the truth. The brother said, Khan, he knows, man. Nasha Aya was big balling back in the day. Right? Big ball. Called them Nasha women. Right? But the brother forsook all that to come to the Lord.
Right.
So brothers, prepare yourselves to endure hardship. For God your Allah too. Right?
See that?
Right?
See that?
Verse 2. Set thy heart aright and consistently endure.
Constantly.
Salakia. And constantly endure.
And consistently endure.
God.
Right? Same thing. Right? Continue to endure. Right? A boxer's going to get punched 100 times in a round, 200 times in a round. But what they going to do? They're going to keep coming back because they want that one. They want the title, man. We want the title of being called the sons of the living God.
That's right.
We want that title, man. There's nothing greater than be called the sons of the living God. Hold that. Give me Hosea 1. What I had you holding there?
Sirach 25.
Give me Sirach 25 and more.
Hosea chapter 1:10.
Come.
Hosea chapter 1 and verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea.
And we seeing that more and more, right? In what, almost 10 years of being in this truth, I never seen as many Israelites, man. Right? When I first came into the truth, man, I thought I was the only one who knew I was Israel, man. It was mind blowing, right? It was me and like one other channel, right? This was before YouTube blew up, right? I thought I was the only one who knew. I thought I stumbled across gold, man. I can't wait to tell everybody, right? But now we multiplying, man. Israel is everywhere. You can't go anywhere without seeing fringes sometimes, man. Right? I done been to the store and saw 4 or 5 Israelites in the store, right? Just like, dang. I ran into a brother at BJ's, had the name of the Lord on a necklace. And I'm trying not to be in his face and look at it, but I knew what it was. Because don't too many people wear wooden, necklaces. So I'm looking, he keep looking at me crazy. I said, brother, what does that say? He says, Yahweh. He said, you be at the harbor, I know who you are. Damn, brother, why you ain't saying nothing? Right? But that shows you that the truth is growing. Right? The truth is being magnified. We becoming at this, it gives you the chills, man. And it shows you that your labor. Say that again?
I said, y'all wait till it stop raining and then come out here and talk about Jesus, huh?
Oh, we was out here in the rain too.
Right.
We was out here in the rain. No, she didn't come through. Let her come through. Well, so we out here talking about Jesus. What you know about Jesus? What you know about? Let us know.
About Jesus, my father above.
Okay. What you know about?
He's powerful. I know he's powerful and he's coming back.
He's what?
He's coming back.
He's coming back.
Right.
Yep. Right.
The car know where the post is. No. I went on the ground. Right? He's coming back, right?
Yes, he is.
He's coming back. Now, what does Jesus look like? That's a great question, ain't it?
He's a handsome man.
He's a handsome man. Hold on, wait.
My father.
He's your father. Wait, don't leave just yet. I got one thing for you. I want you to see this. Is this Jesus Christ right here? This guy right here. This Jesus Christ, right?
That's him right there.
That's him right there? Are you 100% sure?
I'm 100% sure.
Now, can we read to you what Jesus Christ looks like in the Bible?
In the Bible.
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 Already read that.
What does he look
I
like?
know.
What you know? What you know? I want to know what you know.
Jesus.
Is that man right there? You said that beautiful man right there?
That beautiful man right there.
Well, let's read what he looks like in the Bible.
Right.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1.
Start at verse 1.
Con. Chapter 1 and verse 1.
Bring it up.
The revelation.
So the revelation, what is a revelation? What does that mean? To show something, right? Revelation, the root word for it is to reveal. Right? It's to show. The revelation.
Right. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
Of who?
Of Jesus Christ.
So we're going to find out what Jesus Christ looks like. Let's
Jesus
go to
Christ
verse 13.
is, y'all don't have to tell me.
Oh, we're going to tell you.
God.
He's black.
Wait, why you
He's
say
black
that, man?
like us. That's my father. I know what he look like.
But he's not black.
Yeah, at all.
Yeah, he is.
He's black?
Yeah. He's not white. He's not white.
That man right here is not white?
Nope.
He's black.
He's black.
Oh, come on. You can't. Are
He's
you
a
joking?
mulatto. Like me.
Well, let's read before you leave what he looks like.
Con. 13.
13.
God.
Don't walk off on the Bible.
Con. Verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks,
Right? The menorah.
one like unto the Son of Man.
The Son of Man is who the world calls Jesus Christ, right?
God. Clothed with a garment down to the foot,
He had on a beautiful garment.
and girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Now, if you put gold on anybody, who does it look the best on? Well, yeah, Jesus, but on the earth right now, who looks the best in gold? Our people do, right? White people don't look good in gold.
And
Chinese people don't look good in gold. You will look good in gold, elder sister.
That's right.
Right? Keep going, King.
God. Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
So who has woolly like hair? That's not wool. Wool is like a sweater that makes you itchy. Who has sheep like hair like the elder said? Look at the brother hair right here. That looks more like a sheep than this.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
You could braid sheep hair.
See that?
Can you braid this hair? Absolutely not.
God. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Right?
And his feet.
And his feet.
His eyes was not the flame of fire. His eyes were blue.
Read it again.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Lord, what?
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
It's real. They talking about you. And I know your eyes are blue.
Give me Deuteronomy 28:28. This is out the Bible.
I was reading out the Bible. His eyes is blue.
His eyes is blue. The Lord
No.
is described with red
Guess
eyes.
what?
What's
Whose
that?
eyes is red
As
is
fire.
the devil.
Where do you see that at in the Bible?
Oh, the devil's eyes is red.
All right, let's all people.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness.
Now, sister, that's madness that you're telling me that the
No,
Bible
it's
literally
not.
just said his eyes
No,
are
it's
red,
not.
but you said
His eyes
Jesus'
are
eyes
blue.
are blue.
His eyes
What?
are blue
His
just
eyes
like
are
his
not
mother
blue.
Mary.
At all.
You don't see
I
that
know the
nowhere.
Bible.
Okay,
You don't have
sister.
to talk to me about the Bible. I know about the Bible.
Okay, sister. Be safe out here. And Jesus is a black man.
That's right.
With so-called red eyes.
Right. Woolly hair.
Sheesh, man. Oh, man. Our people are smitten with madness, man.
Astonishment of heart.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. Yeah, like the brother said, man. All that smoke make you grow a beard, man. All that whiskey and stuff make you grow hair on your chest and a beard, man. She had more beard than brothers up here. Right? Sheesh. But yeah, man, it's unfortunate that our people have to go through this, man.
Right.
But this is what we need to go through. But this is what we need to go through to wake our people up, right? Somebody said in the comment boards, give me Luke chapter 18, verse 7. Somebody said in the comment boards, there's no way that they go through this stuff and it's not rehearsed, or y'all don't pay people to come up. Man, I really wish we had the money to pay people to come up, man. I would go home, I would have hair on my head more than likely, man. This stuff is stressful out here dealing with these people, man.
Right.
See, the brother Thawam agreed, man. Right? It's the truth. It's stressful out here, man. Bring that out, King.
Luke chapter 18 and verse 7. And shall not God avenge his own elect?
So the Lord is coming to deliver 12,000 from each of the 12 tribes, right?
Which cry day and night unto him.
If you're not crying unto the Lord, you may not be part of the elect.
Though he bear long with them.
So the Lord sees the atrocities that we're going through on a day-to-day basis. And he sees it and he's bearing along with us.
I tell you that he shall avenge them speedily.
The Lord is coming like a thief in the night when you least expect it, right? Don't be caught with your shirt open or your pants down.
Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on earth?
And the faith of the Lord is going to deliver us from all things that are coming, right? Because the days are going to be like never before. It's going to be hell on earth, right? All the movies you've seen about the end of times is going to be that times 100. So you have to have faith to be delivered out of this land. Right. With that, Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.